Hello Tankers, Middle-Aged Noob here. Today we have a guest replay. It's Markbug in his LTG on Glacier in a Tier 7, Tier 6 battle. So, Markbug has sent in me a couple of replays, one on Malinovka, one on Proc, but also this one on Glacier. I've chosen to do the replay of his Glacier game because Proc, Malinovka, those are classic light tank games, maps. But Glacier is a map that's not considered really a very strong map for spotting. So when Markbug sent along the replay, in which he had a very good game, I wanted to take a look at it and see how he did it so well. So we'll go through it here. I'll offer my thoughts on what Markbug might be up to, but perhaps Markbug himself in the comments might give us a better sense of what it is that he's doing. So, without further ado, let's go into the replay and see what happens. Just looking here at the replay, I can see that Markbug has got bounty optics, he's got vents, and I'm not sure what that other one there is, but let's see. Okay, so when I play Glacier, I tend to prefer to try and spot the mediums that cross on the K line, but Markbug is heading straight out here to get up on the ridge, presumably to try and get some spots for his campers and maybe to get a couple of shots of his own in while he can. LTG, it's got a 85mm gun with 180 damage and pretty decent penetration. The LTG is a funny little tank. It's a pretty odd looking one. But it's got pretty trollish armor for a light tank and a reasonably hard-hitting gun. So you see him putting it to good effect in this game. So does a little bit of early spotting, puts a shot into that T-37. He is totally alone here on the ridge. No one has come with him. The mediums have kind of hung back. The TDs are doing what TDs do. But really, nobody is venturing very far from base, which is kind of leaving Markbug hanging out here on his own. He's been able to get a little bit of spotting on some of the tanks crossing and on the T-37 as well. And now he's surfing up the ridge to see what more he might be able to light. Gets lit himself. Wasn't really able to get a lot for this. The Reds have clearly sent a lot more to the ridge than the green team. But Markbug is hanging in here, trying to keep them honest and trying to get some spots. Just interesting to note that T-37 didn't play very well getting up there on the aircraft carrier. He got taken out by the T-150. Clearly wasn't very careful about what he was doing up there. Okay, so Markbug is now starting to relocate along the ridge line. Still looking to try and get some spots, maybe try to get some sneaky attacks in. He's going way over the ridge line here, which I find a pretty interesting choice. You do become vulnerable to any campers there that might be there trying to TDs that are aiming along the heavy line, but it's worked out for him here. And we got a Dickermax tourist who Markbug is able to take advantage of and do a little bit of farming. So 2 shots into him, very nice. We're up to 547 in damage, 891 in spotting. Not bad for the first couple of minutes of the game, especially when you consider that he's more or less alone in this part of the map. So it's very clear that the heavy section, the AB12, is completely gone. And Mark has decided that it's a better part of wisdom to withdraw at this point. T-3485M is still up there, and he's going to kind of slow anybody coming through the gap a little bit. But that does make it easy for campers or from people at the back, like Markbug, to be able to get some shots down range on these people who are trying to get around. I got to admit, it doesn't strike me that this is the cleverest play in the world on the part of that OY, or for that matter on the part of this Leo, and Markbug is taking great advantage of it. So you can see that this isn't a bad gun. He's landing most of his shots, penetrating most of his shots, and doing a reasonable amount of damage with it. So, you know, good for Markbug. And there's a Tog. Ah, yes, the HP Pinata that everybody looks forward to meeting. Great opportunity to farm some damage. I love the damage he's doing with this 85 millimeter. Really racks up pretty fast. Okay, so the Reds have now thought better of trying to push across an open field into campers and are starting to withdraw. And Markbug and his T64 friend decide that, hey, they're not going to get away with that this easily. They're going to go in and farm these guys. That Tog Pinata is still available there for the pickings. The two of them, with their rate of fire and being able to get to different sides of them, will be able to make short order of them. And there, he's down. So this game is now well in hand for Markbug's team. 7-5, 3,000 hit point lead. It's really just now an opportunity to try and farm what you can from the remaining hit points. There are still 3,700 hit points available to be had. So I think Markbug's feeling, let's go and grab some of that. You know, we saw the Dicker Max come this way. We haven't seen anybody else on this side, so it's a relatively safe crossing and an opportunity to get into the back line and wreak havoc. Come up behind the guys who are distracted by the tanks on the zero line. 3-party to be had. Yum, yum, yum. Nice meatballs there. The Type 64 is going after the Dicker Max. Mark's looking for a shot, but the Dicker Max withdraws fast enough, and Markbug decides, okay, well, we'll come back to that if we need to, but right now there's more exciting pickings to be had. So the Skoda's there. You can see behind. Oh, Dicker Max decides to kill himself. I don't know if that was accidental or intentional, but he's now gone. The Skoda's gone. Mark was able to get a bit of the assistance there. So we're just looking at 3 RD, a medium, and TD. Bit of derpiness there, but one shot. He is able to finish off that M44. Mark's gone to the gold because he's run out of regular ammo. But he's up to 3.1k combined already. And there's still 2 more RD to be had. Here's one. Yeah, that 85mm gun's nice. It's got enough alpha that you can 2-shot these RDs, whereas something with less alpha you'd have to spend a little bit more time going after. So the Hummel manages to hit Markbug, but you know that's going to be the last thing he does. There he is. Or not the Hummel, pardon me, it was the AMX 13F3. He's down. All that's left now is the T43. Can we find him? Can Markbug get in there and get some of that juicy health that's left? Still 1,100 according to the client. Maybe that hasn't updated. Maybe it's not quite as much as we hope. We'll see when he gets lit, and we'll have a chance to see what's actually left. So T25/2 is starting to cap. Probably thinks that he's not going to be fast enough to get a piece. Okay, so there was some health left on the T43, but he's far from full hit points. This is cute. A nice ram. That's the way to get as much hit points as you possibly can in the end of the game. So there we go. Victory, 3 kills, and a very nice game all in all. So let's take a look at the end plates. There it is, first class, Pascucci's, high caliber. Very nice game. High caliber to light tanks, always a treat to get. 1146 in assist, but 2937 in damage. A lot of that coming out of the skin of those heavies that tried to cross through the open field, the OI, the TOG, as well as that Leo. So, what did Markbug do here that paid off so well for him? Well, he went up to that ridge line and he was able to get a a good amount of spotting damage. He was daring across the ridge line, was able to farm that Dicker Max for a little bit. Was sensible about relocating, going back when the heavies were pushing around, and capitalized on their foolishness in trying to push across that open field. And then recognizing that there was an open flank, pushing in and getting as much as he could out of the cleanup. So really, really good game there, Markbug. That made him top on his team for damage with 1230 base XP, 3 kills. Puts him well ahead of everyone else on the team. Really good game. In terms of the rewards weren't so great. He fired so many shots, 19 shots, that he ended up going into the gold pretty early on, which ended up being pretty costly. Also, there was a consumable. I guess Mark hasn't been stocking up on his premium consumables when the sales. So anyway, there you go. Really good game, Markbug. I like the way you played that. Good patience, sensible relocation, good aggression. Really nice game. Shows that it is possible to have a good game on Glacier. So, congratulations, and hope to see more replays from you soon. Thanks. I'm out. Cheers, everyone.